and welcome to your Wildcat News for Tuesday, September 30th. I'm Peyton Dybowski.
And I'm Anthony Nava, and we have a great show for you today. From UK events to government news, we're covering it all.
We'll start with Reese Durham with the latest update on Jimmy Kimmel. Reese?
After being taken off the air for a few days, Jimmy Kimmel was put back on late-night TV last week. His removal has been a topic of conversation on campus and around the country.
Jimmy Kimmel's late-night TV show was taken off the air for less than a week following controversial comments regarding Charlie Kirk's death. The late-night host's fate sparked many conversations about freedom of speech and the influence of the FCC and White House on programming decisions. UK Media Law Assistant Professor Catherine Montalbano puts Kimmel's comments into context.
The big issue with Jimmy Kimmel and why this was such a huge deal is that it is a pretty straightforward, classic definition of viewpoint discrimination. Nothing he said went beyond the exceptions to the First Amendment.
Some station owners, including Nexstar, which is awaiting FCC approval for a large television station ownership acquisition, kept the show off the air longer than parent company Disney, owner of ABC. Many feel the show's removal stemmed from trying to keep the politically appointed body happy leading up to the deal. UK students didn't necessarily agree with the suspension either.
After watching what he said, I don't believe that he should have been fired because I feel like all the late night TV hosts just trash on politicians.
The bare minimum of a free speech is to be able to speak about your government and to hold them accountable and to have an opinion that differs from your current political leader.
Kimmel is back on his normal schedule at 11:35 every weeknight on ABC.
Anyway,
Jimmy
as I
Kimmel
was
returned
saying,
to air in Lexington as soon as Disney reinstated the program. That's because our ABC station is not owned by either Nexstar or Sinclair, which also kept the show off the air until Friday. ABC 36 in Lexington is owned by Morris Multimedia. We do have a Nexstar station in town with Fox 56, but since it is not an ABC station, it did not impact Kimmel's show. The other two stations of the Big Four in town are owned by Gray Media and EW Scripps Company. This makes all of our stations affiliates, meaning they are not owned directly by the networks but by another company. Lexington is the 63rd largest TV market in the U.S. based on TV households in the area. There are 210 markets total, with New York City being the largest and Glendive, Montana the smallest. A little media lesson for you today. Back to you, AJ.
If you were over by Pence Hall Thursday, you probably saw the event held by the School of Journalism and Media on the engineering lawn. Visitors grabbed free pizza while chatting with students, staff, and faculty at JamFest. The annual event shares information about classes, clubs, careers, and more. Students could fly drones with CI Professor David Stevenson and find out how to get involved in campus media organizations like the Kentucky Colonel, AWSM Media, WRFL Radio, and even Wildcat News. Many faculty believe that JamFest can be the first steps for students to get involved in the College of CI.
If more than anything, if students can explore and find their place inside of our school, great. I like people to dabble a little bit and try a lot of little things because maybe they don't know. But if they can try a few little things and then they discover that one thing that they love or they're really good at it, that's the best thing that could happen.
CI's Career Month kicks off tomorrow and will go through the month of October. And if anyone is near Pence Hall tomorrow, Wildcat Wardrobe will be having a pop-up shop from 2:30 to 4:30. Events like the pop-up shop have been planned to help students succeed. You can find specific dates and times for all of Career Month on the College of Comms website.
Looking to take your resume to the next level? Join the Association for Women in Sports Media for Reimagine Your Resume, happening today from 3 to 5 p.m. in Pence Hall, room 120. Get tips on tailoring your resume for internships and job applications and creative ways to highlight your unique skills and experiences. There will also be peer and mentor feedback opportunities and the ability to get a professional headshot taken. Be sure to bring your computer and a physical copy of your resume.
Now with news from around the nation, let's go to Emily Hardman-Urbar with the latest.
President Donald Trump met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House Monday. The Trump administration has proposed a 21-point peace plan for Hamas and Israel. The first point is Hamas must release all hostages within 72 hours. In turn, aid would be sent into Gaza following Israel's release of all Palestinian prisoners and the gradual withdrawing of troops. The plan does not indicate U.S. or Israeli support for a Palestinian state. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, agrees with the U.S. plan. As of this morning, Israel has accepted President Trump's peace proposal. Hamas, on the other hand, has remained silent. In other news, lawmakers have until midnight to reach an agreement on a short-term funding bill to prevent a government shutdown. Not passing a bill could force layoffs and furloughs of non-essential government workers. Congress has not passed an annual spending bill. As Republicans push to pass a clean, continuing resolution, Democrats want to include health subsidies and protections for social programs. Both sides are blaming the other for the stalemate. Past shutdowns led to temporary furloughs. This time, the administration warns of permanent layoffs. Economists say even a short shutdown could slow the growth of markets in a while longer and could delay food assistance, medical research, and more. Hurricane Imelda reached Category 1 status Tuesday morning with sustained winds of 75 miles per hour, according to the National Hurricane Center. Officials there say Imelda is expected to peak at Category 2 status Wednesday as it reaches Bermuda. The NHC says Imelda will cause dangerous rip currents for much of the U.S.'s east coast this weekend. Hurricane Humberto, which is currently located east of Imelda, will add to the hazardous conditions caused by Imelda. Imelda is the fourth hurricane of this year's Atlantic season. Now back to Peyton with a look at local weather.
While hurricanes continue to make headlines along the coast, here in Lexington, we're looking at a much calmer week ahead. Today kicks off with mostly sunny skies and unseasonably warm temps. Expect a high near 84 degrees, dipping to 59 tonight. Thursday through Sunday, stay consistently warm and bright with highs in the 80 to 82 degree range, and overnight lows hovering between 55 and 58. Monday brings a slight shift, sunny to partly cloudy skies with a high around 79 and a mild low near 64. So, it's a week of sunshine and warm weather, perfect for getting outdoors. Just remember, layers for those cool mornings and evenings. Coming after the break, we have bikes, bourbon, and the latest on what's happening with UK sports and the Super Bowl.
So don't miss out on the information, as we'll be right back with more Wildcat News.
At the University of Kentucky, we build, we work, we lead. Not for the credit, but the future. For the name on the front of the jersey, the name that binds us, the place that drives us. For students and patients, farmers and families, fans and physicians, from dawn to dusk, we're here, advancing Kentucky together.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love is the majority, filling up something far more important than any feed. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our every day, with understanding, empathy, and compassion, leaving hate to become what it truly is, a whisper.
Welcome back. The Bikes, Bourbon, and Bluegrass Rally rolled back into Lexington last week, and riders made it a weekend to remember. After hitting pause last year when Hurricane Helene passed through, the rally came back stronger than ever in 2025. Bikers from across the region took to Central Kentucky's most scenic routes, from rolling hills and horse country to the world-famous Bourbon Trail. The energy kept going with live music, food, vendors, and plenty of time to connect with fellow riders. The rally was free and open to the public, showcasing Lexington as the perfect base for the ultimate fall riding experience. Moving on to sports in the Bluegrass, unfortunately, Cutter Bully and the rest of the Cats couldn't get a win in South Carolina. 35-13 was the final score of the game, and the offense just could not get it going as Bully threw 2 interceptions and the Cats fumbled the ball twice. The Gamecocks scored 14 off of UK's 4 turnovers, so the Cats will have to take the loss on the chin and prepare for the road trip versus number 12 Georgia coming up this Saturday at noon.
In some lighter UK sports news, however, 2 UK freshmen were given SEC honors. Freshman setter Cassie O'Brien was named the SEC Setter of the Week on Monday. In her first career SEC start, O'Brien led UK to getting back-to-back sweeps last week. With her help, the Wildcats have started 2-0 in SEC play for the first time since 2021. And the number 3 Cats' next match is at Ole Miss this Friday at 7. And over in women's soccer, defender Gabby Pareto has been named the SEC Freshman of the Week after scoring the game-winning goal in the Wildcats' 2-1 upset victory over number 25 Alabama last Friday. She has played every minute of SEC play and currently ranks second on the team with 952 minutes played this season. The freshman now leads the team with 3 game-winning goals in 2025 and currently ranks 4th all-time in the Kentucky freshman record book. The Cats are 9-3 and will take on Florida this Thursday in Gainesville.
Finally, Super Bowl 60 is months away, but we now know who will perform at the halftime show. It's 3-time Grammy Award winner Bad Bunny. The NFL and Apple Music made the announcement Sunday evening. Bad Bunny released his 6th solo album last January. Rumors had swirled that another pop singer, Taylor Swift, might headline the performance. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell hinted at the possibility during a TV interview, but that did not happen, and Bad Bunny will now headline the show.
So, what do you think about the halftime show?
I'm excited. It's something we've never seen before, and I think it'll be something fresh and new.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You have anything else to say about Bad Bunny?
I'm excited for the halftime. Debí tirar más fotos de cuando detuve. I can't wait. It's going to be a great show, in my opinion. I already know. Not everyone's happy about it, though.
No.
Not everyone.
No. But either way, it's sports, music, fun. What more can you ask for? So.
That's how people come together. That's
Yeah.
how it goes. Well, that's all for today's Wildcat News. To keep up with the latest news and updates, follow us on Instagram at Wildcat News UKY.
We'll see you next Tuesday at 1 on Twitch for more. Have a great week.